What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's been busy. But as you've seen in the title of the video, I've got a little EDC haul for my son, who's going to be 17 in 2 days. So I'm trying to hurry up and do this video. I've been very busy. As you can see, my workbench is a shit fight, as Adam Savage would say. My favorite thing from Adam Savage. Every time I clean this thing, it's a mess again. I got, tons of knives and all kinds of crap. So I apologize, it's a mess. So I want to talk about a little EDC haul for my son, who's going to be 17 and like I said, in 2 days. So normally he asks for Lego, which is great. It's fine. We're big Lego builders here in our house. We own lots of Legos, spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on Legos and Lego. So but my wife said, she said, what are we going to get him? I said, well, he's got this, another Lego set he's eyeing. And she said, why don't we save the Lego for Christmas and get him something that he can use the rest of his life. And as soon as she said that, the wheels started turning, right? Stuff he can use for the rest of his life. So of course, I got stuff. I got stuff here you can use the rest of your life. I got all kinds of stuff. Some of the stuff is going to last forever. Some things here I've not really talked about that I've had since I was a teenager. So like this buck knife here, I've kind of showed this before. This thing is, I use it. As you can tell, I use it. I don't even know what I used it on. But this is a great buck knife. I don't know. This is not a USA made one, unfortunately. But this was my first buck knife, my first ever knife, I believe. Since I was 15, 16, something like that. Fortunately, this is a Taiwan one, but it's better than China. This has been a great knife, despite not being USA made. This knife is very sharp. I keep it sharp. It came with this little sheath. I've kind of mentioned it before. I use it camping, fishing. I almost lost it one time, so I don't really carry it as much because I was afraid it was gone forever. So yeah, this has been a great knife. It's definitely a forever knife. It'll probably end up going to my son one day, so I keep it here for nostalgia, I guess. So one of the things that I decided was get him a knife. Obviously, I buy a lot of Kershaw, as you guys know. If you've seen any of my videos, these are all Kershaws up here. I've got stacks of them. But I figured, why not a buck knife? So I picked this one up here. Of course, he's 17, but even despite being 17, almost, this would be a great knife. I was looking at this, I thought, man, the handle is not bad. Some kind of rubberized coating, maybe. USA made, so a little better than my Taiwan one. So this is definitely a knife where, in 20 years he might be doing a YouTube video saying, hey, I got this knife when I was 17. And here it is, still 20 years later, still working. So there's the information. Yeah, the textured nylon handle, so that's good. It gives you some grip even if it's wet. Stainless steel clip. Drop point, 420 HC steel. So man, it's not gonna be the best steel in the world, but it'll definitely hold an edge. If you take care of it, like my Taiwan one up there. I've been taking care of it. I keep an edge on it. So it'll probably last for, it'll last forever. So yeah, I think this is a decent knife, not just for 17-year-old, even for myself. I'm not going to open it, but it's got a decent clip down in there. And maybe I'll pick one up for myself. Actually, some of these things that I bought for him, I may pick up for myself. This and one other thing we'll talk about. So yeah, this actually looks like a pretty decent knife. So maybe put a lanyard on it. So that's the first thing. The second thing I've talked about many times. Actually, I'll leave that for last. Flashlight. So I figured a flashlight. Now, I've never used this. If anybody has used this, I've never had this brand. As you guys know, I always buy Olight. Got a million Olight videos because we just decided this like literally yesterday. No time to order anything. So all of this I had to buy locally. I could not order anything. Sorry, the camera's falling over. So yeah, so I bought all of this locally. I didn't have time to order. I would have loved to get him like an Olight, but oh, my tripod broke. That's what happened. My tripod broke. Okay, let's get through this. So yeah, I didn't have time to order an Olight or a Kershaw or any of the stuff that I normally buy. But this looks like a pretty decent flashlight. Yeah, aluminum body construction, waterproof. And actually, after I bought this, like when I got home, I thought I should have just bought. This was $10, so I figured I should have just bought one for myself, right? That way I could test it out and do a review on it. Excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. It's Arizona, it's still hot. We're in a heat wave. So there's the modes. 100 lumens. Not bad, I guess. Probably not as good as my Olights, but you know. I think it'll last a long time though. I mean, I don't see why not. I'll always have a good keychain light. I've talked about it on this channel before. All of my keys have flashlights on them, Olights. So, yeah, I think this will be a pretty decent light. So, next up, I also most of all this I've talked about in some form, whether it was an Olight brand, you know, flashlights I talk about, knives I talk about, and socks I talk about. So, I picked them up a pair of Darn Toughs. I've done a video on Darn Toughs. I've done videos on all kinds of knives, Kershaws, Olights. Just check out my whole playlist. I'm not going to put anything in the description because there's just a lot of stuff. It would be linking every video I've ever made. I'm still wearing my Darn Toughs. I've done a video on them. The great socks, lifetime warranty. I've warranted one pair of mine in like the 2 years. I've talked about in the video how hard it is to bite the bullet and spend $25 on one pair of socks. But trust me, it is worth it. I'm up to like 6 pair now, I think, at $25 a piece. So yeah, it's a lot of money. But they're great. They really, really, really are great socks. I have no complaints. So I figured get them a good pair of socks. These will last forever. And if they don't, then you warranty them. So when I was at the register, I saw this, so I just grabbed it. You know, it's good to have a little fire striker, even if you don't use this thing. These usually are kind of crappy, but a good knife, like my buck here. You know, you can strike this with the back of these. You know, you got a good thick knife. You can strike these pretty good. So, if your pocket knife has this one here will be pretty good too, I guess. If you have a good sturdy pocket knife, you can strike these. It's kind of better than using these strikers that they come with. I prefer to use a knife. But it was at the register and I figured why not, you know, if this is going to be like an EDC kit, you know. Will he ever use it? I don't know. But I mean, it was like $5, so why not, you know. It's always good to have a little fire striker you can carry around in your bag or whatever. And so the very last thing I've talked about, the dreaded multi-tool. I did a video on it. I'm not a fan of multi-tools. You can watch that whole video if you want to know why. This is mine. The Gerber Truss. I've had it for a few years, maybe 2 years, and then I can count on one hand how many times I've used it. So, you know, it's not bad. It's just, I did a whole video on it. I'm not going to get into it because I'll rant on forever. So I decided to get him one. And actually, after I bought mine, I saw that they made them in black, and I was kind of irritated because I would have preferred to have mine in black. I think the black looks way better than mine. So I think he'll really like that. He likes multi-tools. You know, like I said, multi-tools are just not my thing. There's all the stuff that it comes with. So I actually threw the box away to mine. When I was trying to do the review video on mine, I didn't have the box. I'd already thrown it away. So I was curious about what some of the tools were. So that's everything that it has. So, I mean, the saw is actually really good on these. The saw is gnarly. That's probably like the most deadly thing on this whole tool is the, I've talked about this, is this saw, man. This thing is deadly. You can do some serious damage with this saw. It is deathly sharp. You know, you could definitely kill somebody with this thing, or hurt yourself really, really bad. So, the sheath, I'm sure they're using the same sheath. It's trash. So here's mine. I've talked about it. I tried putting this clip on here. That's for, it's a cool clip for a gun. But these are trash. These are absolute trash. I'd recommend getting a Kydex one if you do Kydex, or you know somebody that does that can make a. I want to try to get a Kydex one made for this one. I have seen there's a company that sells those Kydex sheaths. I'm wanting to try. I actually have a whole Kydex like kit that I bought a couple years ago that I never did anything with. I was going to do a whole bunch of Kydex videos, so I do have some sheets of Kydex and a press and all that stuff. I got so much stuff going on, I don't have time to do it. But I tried to attach this to here because literally after like 2 days of carrying this, the belt clip completely tore itself off and I almost lost the whole thing. So this does work. The problem is getting it in, because it has, I don't know if you can see, grab a light inside here. I don't know if we can see it, but it's the head right there for the screw. So those screw heads, when I put those, and those were a nightmare to get in there, by the way. There's a screw head if you can see it. Well, it's basically like a, almost like a nut cert. So it's like a nut cert / rivet that's threaded. And then you screw the screw into it. And so getting it in is kind of a nightmare because those screw heads tend to snag up on this. So when you're putting it in, you have to kind of stretch it up and get it up and over those screw heads, and then it goes on. It does work. I'm surprised it hasn't torn itself out. I do regret the way I did it. I wish I would have put this up higher, so like up here. Because when you put it on, it's kind of top heavy. So it is what it is. I don't even carry it, so it probably doesn't even matter. I don't even really use it. I found this other pouch. I'm not even sure where this came from, but I just keep a little Kershaw tool in there. It's like way bigger, so there's room for other stuff, which was my plan, but I never put anything else in here. So I don't even know. It's got a cool little snap and a ring. I think it's for a tool belt. Some kind of tool, I don't remember. Anyway, so that is an EDC haul for a, well, not just for a 17-year-old, it could be an EDC haul for me. Because I would carry, you know, I use all this stuff. I own this. I own one of these already. I don't own this particular buck, but I have some other bucks I've done videos on. Of course, the flashlight. I am going to pick another one of these up because I'm curious how good it is. I want to carry it around and see. For $10. The Olight ones that I've shown on here, I don't have one. Oh, right here. I do have one. Always within reach. So these are the Olight ones I buy. I just showed this in another video. So, I mean, look at the size. I mean, so, you know, I think this one's even more, may even be more lumens than this one. I don't remember if these are 100 or more than 100. They might be 100. But so if you're looking for a more compact size, I mean, look at that. You know, there's just no comparison. You know, that's crazy. I'm pretty sure that this is 100 lumens, but I always forget. I own so many of these, I don't even know anymore. That's the Olight one. These are also $10, so. But I guess you're not going to put this in your pocket. Maybe you clip it on a bag or something. I don't know. But again, it'll work. It'll work for a 17-year-old. So, okay, that's it. I got to get out of here because I'm busy. So, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this little haul here. If there's anything else that you might recommend. I think this is a good starter pack, personally. So, again, this is a good starter pack for anybody. I mean, you know, if you have anybody, you know, a dad or a brother or whatever, or anybody, even you know, girls. I know my daughter would like some of this stuff, so this would be a great little, you know, starter kit. So I tried to do the best that I could with limited resources here in town, so I think it'll be great. So anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below about this. If you've used this flashlight, let me know, and what you think about the kit. Alright, gotta go. Later, guys. Bye.